Ferrari has once again captured global attention with a reveal poised to reshape the automotive world. For decades, the Italian automaker has defined excellence in the luxury sports Frederic Vasseur industry, consistently pushing the limits of design, engineering, and performance on both road and track. Ferrari continues to set the standard for what's possible in automotive excellence. Ferrari's latest drop isn't just another flashy hypercar or sleek new model, it's a revolutionary move that could change the game. This innovation has the power to transform how we think about luxury, performance, and where automotive technology is headed. For a team with Ferrari's legendary history, this isn't just a new car, it's a bold statement of ambition. As they take a huge risk to reclaim their spot at the top of Formula One, Frederic Vasseur's vision is clear. The 2025 Ferrari Challenger will be nearly all new, with less than 1% of its parts carried over from the 2024 car. Frederic Vasseur said, "We build cars, symbols of Italian excellence the world over, and we do so to win on both road and track. Unique creations that fuel the prancing horse legend and generate a world of dreams and emotions." Vision. Ferrari, Italian excellence that makes the world dream. The motorsport world just got hit with a bombshell that's got everyone talking, the start of the Lewis Hamilton era at Ferrari. This isn't just a new chapter, it's a total shakeup after a challenging decade for the Scuderia. Ferrari's history is nothing short of epic. Since Enzo Ferrari founded the brand in 1939, they've faced some serious hurdles, from financial struggles to tough competition. But with fierce determination and a love for speed, Ferrari turned those obstacles into victories, building some of the world's most jaw-dropping cars. They've weathered economic storms and leadership changes, always bouncing back stronger. Now, they're kicking off an electrifying new era, combining their iconic past with next-level tech and design. It's a glimpse into the thrilling future of Ferrari. At Ferrari's end-of-season media lunch, Frederic Vasseur made it crystal clear how pumped he is about this bold new project. "The car will be totally new," he said. "You don't always realize the risks until later, but we're all in on this one. As for whether it'll be competitive, we'll find out in Bahrain." The stakes are sky-high for Ferrari, with 2025 in their sights and major regulation changes on the horizon for 2026, the team is all in for the upcoming season. Frederic Vasseur knows there's no room for mistakes. This new car is make or break for getting back to consistent dominance. "We can't say yet if 2025 will be our year," he said, "but I believe in the project. It's been a tough year, but we've learned a lot. Now it's time to push forward and make the next leap." The excitement around Lewis Hamilton joining Ferrari is off the charts. After years of rumors, the seven-time world champion is finally going to drive in Ferrari's legendary red. His first laps in the car will take place in January at Fiorano, although he'll be testing an older spec model. It's a huge moment for a partnership that's set to go down in history, and Frederic Vasseur gets just how big this is. "It's true. This moment has probably been in his mind for 20 years, he said, "but it's emotional for just that first lap. After that, it's all about preparation. We have a short window before Bahrain and every second matters." The start of 2025 is shaping up to be a wild ride for Ferrari. With Hamilton joining the team just as the car drops and an action-packed preseason ahead, it's all systems go. But Ferrari's confidence is through the roof, even with the clock ticking. "It's not easy, but we're ready. This is Ferrari. We thrive under pressure," Frederic Vasseur said. "Bring on the challenge." The big question everyone's asking is, who's going to be Ferrari's #1 driver? Will it be the seasoned, strategic Hamilton, or the young, lightning-fast Leclerc, who's right at the peak of his career? This duo has all the right ingredients for both glory and drama. But Frederic Vasseur, he's unfazed by the potential sparks, trusting in the professionalism and mutual respect between them. He believes this partnership will only push Ferrari to new heights. "Their respect for each other is massive," Frederic Vasseur said. "It's way better to fight for wins than for 19th and 20th. The rivalry between them will drive performance." For Frederic Vasseur, this isn't just about hope, It's about making 2025 Ferrari's year to remember. Frederic Vasseur fired up about the showdown between Hamilton and Leclerc, saying the fierce rivalry will push both drivers to the edge, and that's only going to work in the team's favor. Hamilton's move comes after a chaotic final season at Mercedes. While he broke his winless streak with a win at Silverstone, the 2024 season showed some cracks in his usual dominance. George Russell totally outperformed him, 19-5, and Hamilton called it the longest year of my life due to mental fatigue. But let's be real, he still showed off his skills in Las Vegas and Abu Dhabi, reminding everyone that he can still deliver when it counts. Frederic Vasseur not ignoring Hamilton's struggles, but points out that his performances toward the end of the season proved his talent hasn't gone anywhere. Meanwhile, Leclerc's still on top of his game, racking up 26 pole positions and a brilliant Monza victory in 2024. For Hamilton to take on Leclerc, he'll need to get back to his one-lap magic and rely on his race day experience, something that could definitely reignite that competitive spark. Leclerc, still young and full of fire, is in his prime and showing real growth as a complete driver. The showdown between him and Hamilton, with Hamilton's wealth of experience clashing against Leclerc's raw speed, is shaping up to be one of the standout stories of the 2025 season. Ferrari is no stranger to handling intense rivalries. Leclerc's time with Carlos Sainz saw some tight but respectful battles. But Hamilton, with his history of epic rivalries with the likes of Alonso and Rosberg, brings a whole new level of drama. Frederic Vasseur thinks Ferrari's atmosphere will keep things healthy though. This is a different kind of situation. They know what's at stake, and this rivalry will push the team to new heights, he said. Hamilton isn't the only one shaking things up. Every team seems to be making big moves with driver changes or fresh faces debuting. Red Bull just wrapped up their puzzle by confirming Isaac Hadjar as Liam Lawson's replacement. Lawson's been bumped up to the senior team, and with Red Bull and Sergio Perez parting ways, the door is wide open for Lawson to take one of the hottest seats in Formula One. Now with Hadjar officially in, the 2025 grid is loaded with 6 rookies, and plenty of familiar faces are switching teams, setting the stage for an absolutely wild season ahead. So Hamilton swooped in and stole Sainz's seat at Ferrari. Suddenly everyone wanted a piece of him. He was all set to chase those top rides at Mercedes and Red Bull, but the doors were slammed shut. Things looked pretty grim for a while, but then he snagged a 2-year deal with Williams. He'll be teaming up with Albon, who's committed to the team for the long haul. Sainz recently opened up on the Beyond the Grid podcast about how brutal it was getting the axe from Ferrari. He said it was a real gut punch, but it ultimately made him a better driver. He talked about how tough it was when he first got the news. He thought he was staying at Ferrari, so it was a complete shock. He was pretty stunned at first, but he quickly channeled that anger into motivation. Despite all the drama, Sainz stayed focused on getting ready for the season. He was hungry to win races and maybe even a championship if the opportunity came up. He remembers getting emotional on the podium in Australia. He was surrounded by his family and team, who had been by his side through all the tough times. He doesn't dwell on the past, but he knows the whole experience made him a stronger driver. It gave him a whole new perspective on his career. Sainz made his debut for Williams during the Abu Dhabi test, but he hasn't ruled out a return to Ferrari down the line. At 30, he knows F1 drivers can race well into their 40s. He's not actively looking to go back, but he's keeping his options open. You never know. Big things are happening in the F1 world. Right now, the main focus is on helping Williams get back to the front of the grid. Meanwhile, Mercedes is making waves by promoting rising star Andrea Kimi Antonelli to team up with George Russell. This young gun has been turning heads in the junior categories and is set to be the youngest driver on the 2025 grid. Expect big things from him. Over at Alpine, Jack Doohan is stepping up to join Pierre Gasly, bringing an exciting new energy to the French team. Haas is shaking things up too, with a fresh lineup of Esteban Ocon and British rookie Oliver Bearman. And Sauber, gearing up for its Audi rebrand in 2026, is making some major moves, bringing Nico Hülkenberg back to the grid alongside F2 champion Gabriel Bortoleto, who's ready to make his F1 debut. Among all the changes, McLaren and Aston Martin are keeping it steady, sticking with their 2024 lineups: Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri at McLaren, and Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll holding it down at Aston Martin. With so many shifts in team dynamics and fresh rookie talent ready to make waves, the 2025 season is shaping up to be absolutely thrilling. The big question is, can Hamilton find his spark again in this new chapter of his career? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.